Happy Friday and happy belated Thanksgiving to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving day yesterday. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a one if I'm coming in loud and clear. Hi, Matu, how are you? Merry Christmas! It's now officially the Christmas season. It's after Thanksgiving and they are playing Christmas music on the radio now. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. Jeremy Kagak, how are you doing? Gracious 48, how you doing? Evil Girl, Nostradamus. Okay, I'm getting ones. Awesome. Awesome. Great. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to cover something that I have to cover, okay, because it's the only way that our sponsors give stuff so that we can give away here during our Christmas Bash giveaway, which will be here. I think within the next couple of weeks, we're going to have ours. I'm not exactly sure when, but we're going to have it, and there's going to be a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be going over some of the awesome Black Friday sales that we have today. In case you didn't see that first video that I put out this morning, where I actually missed one vendor that's having a really great Black Friday sale with canning lids and stuff like that. But let me take a few minutes and say hello to all of you. Look at this. Lady T is in the house. How are you doing, Lady T? Good to see you. JT is in the house. Hello, JT. The 49th state, how you doing? Good to see you. Southern Mimi is here. Nelly Torres, Midwest Granny, Backcountry Living. Michael Lewandowski, how are you doing? Shamar Joe, Joshua Lives, D, how are you? Linda Bop is in the house. How are you doing? Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, if you didn't watch the video that I put out earlier this morning, it was a lot of fun. I even have my Cabela's shirt on. From what I understand, Cabela's was bought out, I guess, a while back. I never heard about it. Then again, there's really no Cabela's here for me to go visit on a regular basis. Boy, I'll tell you what, we had such a good time down there. And that Cabela's is like a big playground for preppers. All right. So if you've never gone to a Cabela's, I'm not sure if the ones in the lower 48 are as big as the one that I visited, but the one that I visited in Anchorage is huge. We didn't even get through the entire store, but had a great time window shopping. And I did get in a little bit of trouble. My wife and I did when we were in there. So I will be doing a payday prep showing you all of the awesome things that we got from there while we were there. All right. I've been adding a few other things to that, though. Let's see. Oops is in the house. How are you doing? Good to see you. Spam heads. I like that. I like that. Steffi. Akita Love. How are you doing? Very good to see you. Baby Root. Texas Jan. Coffee First, how are you? Jeremy, D. Lewis, Deborah Ramirez, how are you? Gina Siska, Keisha, how are you doing, Keisha? 20 on Pump 5, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. It's after Thanksgiving, so it's Merry Christmas now. Evita, how are you doing? JR, my friend, how are you doing? Fabio, good to see you guys. Tracy K, Patty Bragg. I'll tell you what, very tired right now. I had a pretty long day today. Dreams Acres, how are you doing, brother? It's good to see you. I say brother because I think you're who I think you are, Dreams Acres. But I could be wrong. But how are you doing? Good to see you. Don Quest. BJE, how are you doing? The Survival Buzz is in the house. Kathleen D. PSN. Sherry Hutzel. Weight Loss Prepper, how are you? Janet, how are you doing? Lori. Disabled and Prepping in the house. Jan, how are you? Good to see you. Rakamas, M Likes, Ace Maduro. Let's see, 103, Catherine, how are you? Miss Red. Let's see. Well, Evil Girl says, I've missed a few lives due to being poorly, but we found out I'm 50. No way. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that missed reading this, Evil Girl is pregnant, 15 weeks pregnant. And you just found out with your fourth. That is so awesome. Do it in May. Evil Girl, congratulations. That is awesome. Very good news. Very good news. Congratulations. Nice. We are the Resistance. How are you? Well, it's good to see you, brother. All the way from North Carolina. You know what? We are the Resistance. It broke my heart that they changed the name of Fort Bragg. I think they changed it to Fort Liberty or something like that. But it broke my heart when I found out that they changed the name of Fort Bragg. I hope that whenever someone with sense takes over the big office, that they change that name back to Fort Bragg, how it rightfully should be, and that they change the name of the other forts that they change. I believe they changed the name of Fort Benning. I mean, Fort Benning is the home of the infantry. How in the world are you going to change the name? Anyways, I'm going on a rant, but your thumbnail got me to thinking about that. But it's good to see you here. F. Pierre, how are you? Angela Cheney, how are you doing? Good to see everyone here today. Miss Ready Player One, Dale Cow, how are you? Patricia, Victoria, Lisa, how are you? Let's see, Shanner, Michael Davis, hello from Ohio. Tracy South, Michael 517, how are you doing? Good to see you. Copernicus is in the house. How are you doing? Deb Smith. Let's see. Old Dad, how are you? I have a surprise today, ladies and gentlemen, for my moderators. Okay? I have a surprise for my moderators. Copernicus, I will talk to you about that surprise later on since you live overseas. All right. But my moderators, I'm hoping to see that you're all here. Only if you're all here will I tell you what the surprise is. Okay. So I've seen Jen, I've seen Copernicus, and I've seen JT. I have to see Yarn Prepper in the house before I disclose it. If not, we'll wait to our next live stream. Okay, so let me see. Penny Willis, Mario123, how you doing? Now, today is going to be your day, okay? Any questions that you have, anything you want to share with the community, please put it all in caps. I don't really feel, if you've noticed the last few days, I haven't really been putting up anything crazy, even though we've had a lot of crazy stuff going on. We had that stuff go on between our borders of Canada and the US and New York State, where that vehicle borne IED went off. We've had a lot of crazy things going on. I haven't really been covering it, ladies and gentlemen, because it's getting into my favorite part of the year, which is Thanksgiving and Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Not necessarily because of the holidays themselves, but because of the spirit that's in the air this time of the year. So for those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that this is my very favorite time of the year. And although I will be covering some real news here probably tomorrow, or not tomorrow, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't work on Saturdays, all right? Tomorrow is family day. So maybe on Sunday, I'll probably start covering some real news. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit light, all right? Because we do have to remember that it's important to take a little bit of time off and smell the roses, all right? Doesn't mean stop doing what you enjoy doing. And I really enjoy doing this and reporting on the news. But we also have to remember what the reason for the season is, ladies and gentlemen. So let's say hello to YTU685. It's good to see you. Let me see. Okay, so Kathy asks, what's the temperature inside the bunker and outside? I have to look over here. Inside is like 57 degrees inside. And outside, I just looked. I think I have my thermometer back there somewhere. But outside is like 24 degrees. It's very warm for this time of the year outside. It's like 24 degrees. But inside the bunker is about 57, 58 degrees. Very comfortable temperature for me, 58 degrees. Let's see. Matt Bob, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, so I don't see Yarn Prepper. So we may have to wait to share that surprise with my moderators here later on. Let's see. Evita says, I'll be getting that outdoor fryer from Cabela's for sure. Yes, Cabela's has that outdoor fryer that you can use for like pressure canning in the summertime. It's great for those people that have like a gas range or an electric range that has a glass top. Instead of putting your heavy pressure canner on the glass top, you can always just go outside and just get one of those burners. They're not very expensive at all. Even the more expensive ones are like $100, and you can get cheaper ones for like 40, 50 bucks. So yeah, I think it's a great idea to do that. Okay, how you doing, Tom? Lynette Boyette, how are you doing? Joyce, surviving behind liberal lines, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Ada Girl is here. How are you doing? Good to see you. Rhonda Holt is in the house. Urban Gardener. Randy Brown, how are you? The Fookster, Sean Bomber, Tracy K. Trump Be Cool is here. How are you doing? Yes, everyone prep up. That's a good thing. Trump Be Cool. Everyone prep up. 2024 is going to be wild. If you all remember me saying a while back, probably a couple years ago, someone asked me, when do you think it's going to get at its worst? I think its worst is going to start late 24, early 25, and it's going to get worse from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we still have time. Even though things are a little bit crazy right now, they're going to continue to get crazier. So, continue to prepare. Slow and steady does win the race, okay? It's not about overreacting, it's not about panicking. It's about doing the things now that we should be doing so that we don't have to panic later on, so that we don't have to overreact later on, like those people that you see smacking themselves over the head with toilet paper because there's no toilet paper left because everyone's panic buying them. That's what we want to avoid. That's what preparedness is about. It's about not having to do that kind of stuff and getting your supplies that you need now that there's plenty of it on the shelf to go around instead of dwindling the supply down to nothing because everyone's panic buying stuff off the shelves. So absolutely get those things now. M. Gregorio, how are you doing all the way from Brazil? Welcome. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to do this, ladies and gentlemen, in about 2 minutes. I made this about 2 minutes long. So if you have anything that you want to share with the community or any questions, put them all in caps, but give me about the next 2 minutes so that I can share this information with you because it really is important. For some people, this is the time of year that they save up in order to be able to add to their preparedness stockpile because this is the time of the year where things are at their best prices. And I'll tell you what, some of our sponsors really went above and beyond, putting out the very best prices that they could on things that I myself think are important to have as part of your prepper stockpile, part of your prepper equipment, I guess you could say. So I am more than happy to share this information with you all. And I even have partners on here that I'm not sponsored by or affiliated by or anything like that, but that I think that they are a good business and have good people behind them. All right, so it's not all about the sale. Let's see, Kim's Cluckers, how are you? I just purchased a Mega 2 thanks to your savings and my ex-boyfriend. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing at that. I don't want to enable you, Kim's Cluckers. That Mega 2 is awesome. My favorite OUPES solar generator used to be the 2400. Even though they have a Mega 5 and a Mega 3, my favorite one was the 2400 because I felt it was the most versatile. But that Mega 2, that is now my favorite one because not can it only do everything that the 2400 could do for something that's about the same size, but it can do a lot more and it's still very, very portable and very versatile. Very, very good solar generator. I think that OUPES went above and beyond with the Mega 2. You know, some people would think that I would like the Mega 5 the most because it's got the biggest battery. But the Mega 2, in my opinion, is the perfect size that you can actually add batteries to, you know, at a very, very good price. So yeah, they went above and beyond with the Mega 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. So let's see. Okay, okay. So go ahead and hold off on any questions, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to take about 2 minutes. I try to keep it to about 2 minutes so that we can, so that you can all see this and we can get on to just having a little bit of fun. Like I said, today is going to be about you all going back and forth and asking questions or commenting for the community. All right. So let's go. Hey, Cloud Jumper, how you doing? Good to see you. Peace Sheets, how are you? She said is here. Emmanuel Bravo is in the house. How are you doing? Good to see everyone. But so I'm not sure if it's going to be next week or the week after. It's going to be soon. So be on the lookout. Make sure that if I'm having a live stream, ladies and gentlemen, that you join in because the Christmas Bash giveaway for 2023 is coming up soon. All right. So it's going to be within the next couple of weeks. I may even have it on an off day. Just if I'm having a live stream, make sure you're here. That way you can participate because it's a lot of fun. It doesn't cost you a penny. All you have to do is be subscribed and be in our live stream in order to be the part of the Christmas Bash giveaway. And at the same time, we do have our Christmas lighting ceremony. So we will have a Christmas lighting ceremony here in the bunker right before we do our Christmas Bash giveaway for 2023. And some of the Black Friday sales that some of the sponsors who are giving me stuff so that I can give away to you all right, during this Christmas Bash giveaway, they're having some awesome Black Friday sales today. So I wanted to make sure that I highlighted them during this live stream just for a couple of minutes. That way, if some of you did not see the video that I put out earlier today, you can see it really quick. I only made it 2 minutes and I think 20 seconds long. That way we wouldn't take too much time away from the live stream. And if anyone had any questions on any of the product, you can ask here while we're live, all right? Before I even start, so I don't forget, first of all, let me know if Yarn Prepper makes it on here because I haven't seen her yet. And I always forget, ladies and gentlemen, to say thank you to our moderators, all right? Our moderators, in my opinion, help to keep the chats safe so that we can continue to have a family-friendly discussion here during our live streams, right? And that's very important to me because I know that a lot of you are community members, that you have your children watch these live streams along with yourselves next to you. So it's very important to me. So I want to say thank you before I forget, because I always do, to my moderators, not only for today's live stream, but for all of the live streams, for always showing up and always being here to help out. So thank you, ladies. You all know that I love you all. All right. So now let me go ahead and show you all what we've got going on. So just so you know, OUPES is having a flash sale. I did not even know about this till a couple of days ago that they told me about it. They're having a flash sale and it's still on for about another almost a day, about 18, 19 hours left. And this flash sale, ladies and gentlemen, are literally the very best prices that they've ever had on their legacy products, like the 2400, the 1800, the 1200, and the 600. And in addition to their flash sale prices, you will be able to use my code, which is in the description of the video, to get an additional 10% off. So just for example, this 2400 right here that you see selling for $959, which is the cheapest they've ever sold it before, you can take another 10% off that price and get a 2400 for less than 900 bucks. That is an outstanding price for a solar generator that has more than 2,000 watt hours of storable energy and a continuous output of 2,400 watts. Outstanding solar generator, especially for the price. And in addition, oh, sorry about that. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, they also have their new Mega Series on sale as well. They're not having a flash sale with the Mega Series, but they are still having about a 30% off sale on all of the Mega products, in addition to my 10% off offer. Right? And of course, we can't get by without talking about Nutrient Survival. Right now, Nutrient Survival, between today and Monday, they're having 30% off, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't even need a code. It's 30% off any bundle that you create. All you have to do is use my link. Disclaimer, a lot of these sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, not only are they giving something for us to give away during the Christmas Bash giveaway, but a lot of them I am affiliated with, all right? And I normally don't say this because I didn't think I had to, but I will put it out there that I will make a small commission on any purchases that you all make using my link, all right? But only buy this if you're in the market to get this anyway. And the prices, in my opinion, they're great. 30% off to build your own bundle of any of the number 10 Nutrient Survival products and or the pantry pack and or the bug out bag that they have. And I see that Nutrient Survival came up with a couple new products with some potatoes and tomato powder, which I have yet to try. So if anyone out there has tried those products, let me know what they're like. I'll have to get Becky to hook me up with some of that so I can try them out. Now, you all know how important I think it is that every family in the United States has a reverse osmosis water filtration system and a generator. Every family should have those two things, ladies and gentlemen. Another thing that I think that every family should have is some antibiotics for emergency purposes. In the past, I have had a community member email me actually in the past and say, hey, I was trying to get some antibiotics prescribed to my child because of X, Y, and Z. but it wasn't available. And the doctor pretty much told her, it's up to you whether you can find it or not. There's nothing that we can do for you. In my opinion, one of the three things that you need to have in a household in the United States or anywhere in the world really is also antibiotics, just in case, because you never know. And Contingency Medical has partnered with me for about a year and a half now or so, and they've always been a good company to deal with. So Contingency Medical, thank you, because Contingency Medical is one of the sponsors of our Christmas Bash giveaway, and they'll be giving away a pack of antibiotics to whoever wins. And they are now available in Canada as well. And let's see who's next. Okay, that's Contingency Medical. And yeah, how it works is very simple too, ladies and gentlemen, how it works, how you can fill out whatever you need and get your meds in the mail, and it's all legally and lawfully. Now, Wellbots, ladies and gentlemen, Wellbots has been a partner of our channel for many, many years. I always say this because it's kind of cool that Wellbots, if I remember correctly, was the very first business that actually contacted me and said, hey, would you like to review this small solar generator? Very first, when I had I think it was less than 5,000 community members here. So whenever I can shout out Wellbots, I will. And although they sell a different styles of solar generators, they gave me a few links to the EcoFlow brand that they sell. They're a legal seller or an authorized seller of EcoFlow, and they're having very good sales. And if you fancy EcoFlow for a solar generator instead of other brands, go check out their brand, go check out their link, excuse me. They gave me a code for an additional 50% off the prices that you see there. And I think I went ahead and recorded this right here to show you all, but that's actually already a good price. Yeah, so they gave me a code. I think it's Alaska BF50, and you get an additional 50% off. And they have a lot of things on sale. It wasn't just the EcoFlow Delta 2 that they have on sale. They have a whole bunch of other stuff on sale. So go check out Wellbots. All of the links are in the description of this video. And go check them out if you like the EcoFlow brand. They have very good prices. And again, thank you very much, Wellbots. Wellbots is actually giving away an EcoFlow Delta 2 so that we can give away during our Christmas Bash giveaway. So thank you very much, Elliot. Elliot is my rep over there. Thank you very much for always being a partner with the Alaska Prepper community and always treating us well. All right, so let's see who's next after Wellbots. Okay, come on now. I try to make this a little quicker. Okay. Oh, Simpure, ladies and gentlemen. One of the three things that every family should have, a reverse osmosis filtration system. Simpure is having a pretty good sale right now for Black Friday. And in addition to their sale prices, you can still use my code for 20% off, ladies and gentlemen. They have anything from high dollar value items to lower dollar value items. But my favorite reverse osmosis system is actually one of the cheapest, if not one of the two cheapest that they have. And that's this one right here. Let me show you. When I say that every family should have a RO system in their home, it's because they should. And this is my favorite. Why? Because it gives you a good quality RO filtration system for a very good price. You can see that this one is selling for 150 bucks, and take another 20% off of that. You can get an RO system, ladies and gentlemen, and they're not difficult to install whatsoever for 120 bucks. Every family in the US should have one of these installed to make sure that they're drinking clean water. You should never trust anyone, what anyone has to say about the water that you're drinking, except for yourself, all right? In addition to that, if you take a look at the video that I put up this morning, I reviewed one of Simpure's, well, not one of, but their only gravity-fed water filtration system. Is kind of like a Berkey. And ladies and gentlemen, that thing worked really, really well. I mean, the water was crystal clear, and it actually tasted really good. So go check out Simpure. My 20% off code that they've given me is all year round. But right now they're having some sales. Go check them out. And again, thank you, Simpure, because they are also one of the sponsors of our Christmas Bash giveaway this year. And I believe this is our last one. This is the Black Friday sale for 4 jars. And now they actually sell pressure cans. But they're having a really good sale where you can get some of their lists for like 50% off. So if you use a lot of canning lift, go check their site out right now. I also have a code in the description of the video that gives you an additional 10% off. for on top of the 50% off on some things that you can get an additional 10% off, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding deal. And 4 jars lids, in my opinion, are good quality lids, right? So I believe those are all of the sponsors that I wanted to talk about today that are actually having Black Friday day sales today and that are also contributing to our Christmas Bash giveaway. So I hope I didn't make that very painful, ladies and gentlemen, but I also hope, first and foremost, that some of you that were in the market for some of those things actually saw it. And if you want to go check it out, you still have time to go check that stuff out. All right, so let me say hello to a few more of you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it's all yours. Questions, comments, let's have a little bit of fun going back and forth. I'm going to try to keep any seriousness out of it for now, unless you all bring it up and you want me to talk about it. Trust me, I've got so many things that I can talk about and probably do 10 videos about that it would be no problem. But I'm hoping that we can keep it a little bit light so that we can have a little bit of fun. And then we can start with the serious stuff back up next week, ladies and gentlemen, because we do need to stay informed. Actionable intel. You hear me say that word a lot. Why? Because it's important that we stay informed as to what is going on that may affect us in the now or in the later, ladies and gentlemen. Very important, in my opinion. Let's see. Kate DeShong. Kate DeShong says, "Yup, 4 jars are good. Absolutely." Overland Gear Guy, how are you doing? Good to see you. Kenny. Mary Pelletier, how are you doing? Let's see. Trucker Hersey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, isn't that an awesome deal? 50% off. Not everything, but some of their lids. 50% off. I think it's a great deal. And 4 jars, let me tell you about 4 jars, even though I'm done, I'm done going over our sponsor and stuff. 4 jars has a great story, right? It's a family run business. And the family immigrated to the United States from Ukraine years ago, right? They didn't immigrate here recently because of what's going on over there. But years ago, they immigrated to the United States from Ukraine. And guess what they did, ladies and gentlemen? They didn't come here asking for a handout. They came here and they worked, and they're still working hard to achieve that American dream. And they started this little company by themselves, and they've been working it as a family, and they've been progressing year after year after year, working hard to achieve the American dream. So I love those stories, and that was one of the things that first and foremost made me say, yeah, I will absolutely review your lids. Because before I even reviewed their lids, I wanted to review their lids because of their story alone. And they're very good people at that. They take a percentage of everything that they make when they sell these lids and the other things for pressure canning and canning altogether. They take a percentage and they give it to charity. So they are a very good business, I believe. All right. So let's see who else. Trouble Bear Stetter, how are you doing? And Divine Spirit, how are you? Alicia Blaze, how are you doing? I don't see Yarn Prepper. Yarn Prepper must have the day off. She's probably with family. I do know that Yarn Prepper has a family member who is not in the best of health. So it's not something that I want to talk about because I don't think that I've asked her if I can talk about it. But if you can say a prayer and send a prayer her way, I believe Yarn Prepper has a family member who's not very well off as far as health goes. Let's see. And Miss Worm, be on the lookout for an email from me here, probably in the next few days. All right, for sure, Sunday or Monday. Be on the lookout for an email from me. Let's see, Patricia. I do have a code for Simpure. It is on the description of the video. Let me see if I can look at it right now. Let's see, where is it at? Give me a second. Right here it is, right here. Oh, that's an easy code. Oh, I can't copy it. But go ahead and look in the description of the video, and the code is right there. About it says Simpure, and then it's got the code and the link. All right. So go ahead and take a look at that, and it is for 20% off. It is for an additional 20% off. I was going to try to paste it on here, but I couldn't grab it, and I don't really want to take, I don't want to mess up as far as the computer goes. David Jones, how you doing? Whoa, wait a minute. Just a second. Can you all hear me okay? I think, man, oh my, you see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Me and technology, no good. Me and technology, no good. Okay. So someone said that my mic has been going, let me see. Some of you are saying that my mic has been going terrible, right? Okay, check this out. Okay, now do you hear any weird sounds now? Any weird anyone tell me any weird sounds now? Give me a one if I'm coming in good right now with this. I think I know what happened. It's all good now, right? Yeah, it's all good. I apologize. It was a computer issue. You know, I just have my computer re-imaged too. Okay, hey, here is the code Alaska. Alaska. Somebody asked for that code for 20% off for Simpure. Here it is right here. If you all seen it. Okay, I'm all good now. Man, I'm sorry. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, that if something doesn't go technically wrong, it means that I'm doing something wrong, right? If something doesn't go technically wrong when I'm doing a live stream or something, then something's really off. Something has to go wrong all the time. Oh my goodness. You know, I appreciate you all so much because you put up with so much stuff from me. So thank you very much. Let me see. Yeah. And Mario's always there. For some reason, I always see it when Mario says, "Hey, you're messing up, Rudy. You are messing up." Let me go ahead and I'm all good now. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you this. So that is the code for Simpure for the 20% off. Someone asked me that. That's the code for Simpure for the 20% off. Hey, Yarn Prepper's in the house. Yarn Prepper, how are you? Yes. Now I can tell you all what the surprise is for my moderators, right? So again, for those of you that are new, what you're seeing now is just everything that's on a good Black Friday sale right now. So everything that you see here is on a really good Black Friday sale. All of the links and all of the codes are on the description of the video. If you want to get a very easy to find link and code, go to the video that I put up earlier this morning. If you go to the video that I put up earlier this morning and look at the pinned comment, it has all of the links of all of the sponsors and all of the codes for whatever percentage off in a nice, easy to read, comment, pinned comment. All right. Instead of looking through the description of the videos, which is a little more crowded. All right. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And all right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have to actually rewind this in order to show you what's going on. This is right here. Is this it? Yeah. Look at this. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this right now. Like I said, for those of you that just joined in, our Christmas Bash giveaway, I don't know exactly which live stream is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be during a live stream that is an impromptu live stream. So here within the next couple of weeks, one of these days in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have our Christmas Bash giveaway. All right. So just if I'm having a live stream, come on in. Join in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So you can have a chance to win. It'll be a lot of fun. It always is. But I wanted to tell you what OUPES, I'm going to tell you one of the things that one of our sponsors is giving away. And OUPES is going to be giving away an OUPES 1800, which is the one that's on sale right now for, if you use my 10% code, you can actually get an OUPES 1800 for less than 600 bucks. That comes out to like 38 cents a watt hour, which is extremely awesome as far as price goes. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what else OUPES is doing with the 1800? They gave me one to give away to someone during the Christmas Bash giveaway. But ladies and gentlemen, my 3 United States of America residing moderators. So Jan Penland, Yarn Prepper, and JT. Ladies, this is your year. This is your 2023 Christmas present from the AP community. Each of you are going to be getting an Opus 1800. And I am so happy to be able to do this. So each of my ladies, with the exception of you, Copernicus, all right, I will be emailing you on Sunday or Monday, and I will let you know what's going on, because I know that we cannot get one of these to you. All right, but I'm going to take care of you via PayPal. All right, so that is your Christmas present, ladies. I couldn't wait to tell you. So sorry, you know already. And what I'll be doing is I'll be waiting until I find out who our fourth winner will be during our Christmas Bash giveaway. And then at that time, when I get their information, I will send your information, your all three of yours information, along with the one winner's information to Opus, and they will ship them out all at once. So I just wanted to go ahead and tell you all, ladies, I want to thank you so much to all our mods for everything that you do for our community. And I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much, ladies, for all you do. It just makes me so happy that you can have this. All right. So putting up with the comments going up really fast and all that stuff, it pays off, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all you do. That's so awesome. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, we have some happy messages. Congratulations, moderators, for always coming through. Yes, congratulations to all of you. That's why this is my favorite part of the year. This is why this is my favorite part of the year, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you what, JT, you've been with me forever, all right? And you all, in my opinion, deserve it so much that I am so appreciative that you can have this. So, man, it's so awesome, so awesome. So, yes, Merry Christmas early. Christmas came early for our mods this year. uh, Okay, the sound is good now, right? Yeah, I know what I was doing wrong before. It was a glitch, so it's my fault on that. All right. Okay, that's it. The rest of the time is yours, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 38, 39 minutes or so, 37 minutes. So anything you want to talk about, any questions, go ahead and throw them up all in caps, and I'll try to catch them. And from now on, I'll just be looking for your questions and all your comments that you want to share with the community. All right. So Sparky's Run, how you doing? Good to see you. Tina MCK, how are you? Oh, oh goodness. That's awesome. Let me see. Patricia Angermeyer asks, "Where can I find the links?" Okay, Patricia, you have to look in the description of this video. Okay, so if you look at the description, there's going to be something that says more, MORE, more. You click on that, and then it's going to drop down, and you'll see all of the links to everything. Okay. Or another thing that you can do is, if you want, you can go to a different page on your computer and open up my video from this morning, and you'll see it right there on a pinned comment, and you'll see all of the links to everyone that I just talked about, along with all of the coupon codes. Okay, so try one of those too, but it's definitely there for sure. Okay, congratulations to all of our moderators. That's awesome. Let's see. Someone has a question. Rudy, are the replacement filters for the Simpure Q3600 GDP 7 stage reverse osmosis refrigeration? No, they're not. I'm not sure what the price is for all of them, like the different ones, but I know that the price of the replacement filters for the T1600, I believe it is, which is the one that I like the most, is one of the old school RO systems. Well, it's right here. Let me just show it to you instead of guessing. Where is it? Right here. Okay. Boom. Boom. That one right there. So if you take a look at this one right here, After you use my coupon, it's like 120 bucks. And you can also buy a bundle of filters with that unit. I think they're like $30 for a replacement filter for one entire change. So it's not expensive. It's actually a really good price. And to tell you the truth, that system is a 75 gallon a day system, meaning that those filters will last you a year if you use 75 gallons of water per day. I don't know anyone that uses 75 gallons of RO water per day in their household to cook and drink. All right. The filters that I have on my RO system that I've had since I moved into the house, I've never changed them once and they're still good. Okay. So they last a very long time. And if you do go through them in a year, they're not very expensive to change over. Okay. Oops, that's not gonna happen. Okay, my wife's motorcycle and my e-bike that I reviewed earlier this year, they are put up for the winter. Yeah, there you go. Mario says those filters are really cheap, and they are. They're cheap and they work well. And I would challenge you all to take a look at their I'm not telling you to buy it, but look at it at least and research it a little bit. Their gravity fed system is actually very good. I was very impressed with it. I've always been a Berkey person, ladies and gentlemen, but I was very impressed with their gravity fed system. I'm actually still using it. I'm going to probably use it for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a month, just to see how it acts after a few weeks of using it, and then I'm going to send a sample to a water testing facility, a private water testing facility, to see how it comes back. But I was very impressed with it. I really like the gravity fed system because it doesn't give you zero TDS. All right, total dissolved solid is not zero because it's got that carbon filter. It's a black carbon filter, so it's not going to give you zero particles in the water. But I think it tastes really, really good. You can definitely tell the taste between a carbon filtered water and a reverse osmosis water because the carbon filtered water kind of like tastes sweeter because it does have some minerals in it. So yeah, it's very good. I was very impressed with it. Let's see. Evita says, congratulations to the wonderful mods. You are all worth it and deserve it so much. Amen. I agree 100%. It is, FP. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And wait till you see what I have up my sleeve. I've got a couple of things up my sleeve for Christmas, for the Christmas giveaway that has nothing to do with the sponsors. There's a few things that I'm doing on the AP side of things because I can't just leave it all to the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. That wouldn't be that much fun for me if it was just giving away stuff that sponsors gave away. But I came up with a couple of things that are actually pretty cool, in my opinion, that I've never seen anyone else do before. But we'll save that for our Christmas bash giveaway. Just make sure that you attend the next couple of lives to make sure that you don't miss it. The feathery friends are doing good. They were actually being bad. My chickens were actually being bad. I went in there to give them water and food, and they knocked over the water container. So I have to go and make sure that I fill it up when I'm done with the live. I actually checked it on the way to the bunker, and I didn't have time to actually go fill it up. But they'll be all right, without water for a couple of hours. But they're doing good. They're giving me eggs on a regular basis now. I turn on the light early in the morning, and then I turn it off probably around 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. I try to give them at least a good 12 to 15 hours of light inside their coop because now it's starting to get a little bit dark later and later every day, or more and more dark hours every day. How you doing, Svein Vate? Svein Vate. How are you doing all the way from Norway? Oh, well, Morning Light. I don't live that far from Santa. I put up a video here, I don't know, a couple weeks ago where my family and I went and visited the North Pole and visited Santa Claus in the Santa Claus house. Go check that video out, especially if you have kids, because it's a lot of fun. And I actually got to talk to Santa on that day. Akita Love asks, what is the difference between Jace and Contingency Medical? They're pretty much the same thing. However, I do have to say this about Jace Medical. I believe that Jace Medical offers some products that Contingency Medical does not offer, and I wish Contingency Medical would offer it. I really like Contingency Medical. Let me tell you why. Not only do I think that they offer a decent product, but I personally talked to the CEO and the CEO COO. He's the chief operating officer, the chief executive officer. So he's an owner operator, right? One of the owner operators of that business, Contingency Medical. And he's a really good guy. He's always giving us stuff to give away. Whenever I ask him for something, hey, can you hook me up with one of your antibiotic packs so I can give it away? He's never once said no. Always enthusiastically says yes. All right. So I can call him up and talk to him anytime that I want, and he'll pick up the phone and talk to me. I really like that. However, Jace Medical does offer prescription medications that can last you up to a year. So let's say you're on heart medication, for example, and you want to make sure that you have a medication supply of a year, prescription for a year. You can actually go to Jace Medical, and they may offer the prescription that you're looking for to make sure that you have a year's worth. Contingency Medical is not there yet. All right. But I'm sticking with Contingency Medical because I think they have a really good team, and they do offer, in my opinion, a good product at a very fair price. Oh, Papi watched and kept asking for the replay. Oh, isn't that cool? Well, is Papi still there, Evita? Is Papi still there? If he is, hello, Papi. If not, hello, Papi. I hope you're watching from wherever you are. Oh, goodness. Oh, I don't know, Trouble Bear. Trouble Bear still asks, why do you think that they are changing Cabela's name? The reason I think they are is because when I was at Cabela's with my family this last weekend, not we talked to like a manager there, and I did not know that Cabela's had been bought out by Bass Pro, right? But I guess they were bought out by Bass Pro. I just didn't know. But we talked to a manager there, and I like try to confirm them. I'm like, did Cabela's get bought out? And he's like, yeah, and they're going to be changing Cabela's name sometime in 2024. I was like, really? Why in the world would they change Cabela's name? It's such a really well-known name that even if Bass Pro bought them out, they should still keep the name. But that's what they told me. I kind of like hope that they keep the Cabela's name because it's kind of like an icon, in my opinion, of the like outdoors stuff that you guys, everybody knows the name Cabela. I think that people know the name Cabela more than they know the name Bass Pro. But anyways, that's just what I heard, Trouble Bear. That's what he told us. Oh, hey, thank you very much. Storm Weather, thank you so much. Let's see. You inspired me to set a fire under my husband's rear to get our gas generator repaired. He put in a new carburetor. That is awesome. Now make sure that you put away a good amount of gasoline and make sure that you do it in a safe manner. Okay, because without gasoline, you're not going to be running that generator. But at least now you have the peace of mind to know that if you lose power for a long enough period of time, that you can back up your power needs for the things that you actually need in the house on during a power outage. So that's awesome. Good. Thank you for letting us know that. And thank you very much for the super chat. Baby Root asks, AP, do you know if OUPES ships to Hawaii? I do not know if they ship to Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going on with OUPES, all right? And with their shipping, especially to Alaska, okay? They used to ship to Alaska for a $50 fee for any of their OUPES products. And if you wanted a mega product, it was like $200 because they're a lot heavier. And all of a sudden, I believe, this is what I believe, they lost their contract with UPS. All right. This used to all be via UPS. They lost their contract. They couldn't ship stuff anymore. And now, from what I understand, in order to get a mega product shipped to Alaska, it's like $400. And I can say this on the behalf of OUPES. That's not because they're trying to make money off of shipping it. It's because it actually costs that much, if not more, to actually ship it to Alaska. Same thing with Nutrient Survival. For any of you that live in Alaska and have ordered Nutrient Survival, they have a flat rate $50 shipping fee to Alaska. but it costs them more than $50 to ship to Alaska. That's just what they charge in order to try to offset their loss on the shipping. It's just very expensive to ship some items to Alaska. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now, if you go to the OPES website and you go to buy something and check out, if they ship it to your state, it will say it there that they ship it to your state. All right. And if there's an extra fee, it will show up. So you'll be able to see ahead of time before you place the order or pay for anything, whether there's a fee to ship to where you live and if they ship to where you live at all. Okay. I hope that helps. It's too bad that it's not easier for them to ship to Alaska, especially because this is one of the states, in my opinion, that really can have a lot of people that need electrical backup. Like almost everyone in Alaska that I know, let me see. Yeah, almost everyone that I know, because not everyone that I know has electric backup. They should all have it, but they don't all have it, right? So this is one of those places where people should really want to be getting a solar generator, i.e., and a gas generator together. They supplement each other, they complement each other very well. Okay. But it's just difficult to ship up here. And it is what it is. They just sent me some product, right? That they had to send me from a while back. And you don't even want to know how much they spent to send me that stuff. I kind of like felt bad because it's almost as much as what the product is worth. So again, it just is the way that it is. Brenda, how are you doing? Good to see you. I see you change your thumbnail. That's why I didn't recognize you right away. Did we that donated the moderator Christmas fund? I don't know. Oh, you're talking about some of you were saying that you're donating to her moderator Christmas fund. I mean, I didn't really keep track of those. I think there was like maybe 3 or 4 of those. But trust me, actually, Brenda, actually all of those funds actually did end up going to the turkeys. We ended up taking all of those funds, putting them together. I think it was like $2,500 before taxes, because I don't mess around with taxes when it comes to donations, right? But it ended up going to the turkeys. And by the way, the food bank this year, ladies and gentlemen, as far as turkeys, they surpassed what their goal was. Their goal was like 2,500 turkey dinners for 2,500 families. They ended up giving away like 3,000 and change, a little bit under 3,100 Thanksgiving turkey dinners, meaning the turkey with all the sides, because the demand was a lot more this year than it was last year. About 20% more families needed help this year in the North Star Borough, which encompasses Fairbanks and all the outside regions, little cities and towns and villages. So about 20% more people needed it. But no, that went towards the turkey, Brenda. But nonetheless, the moderators are getting all of those, and they'll be getting them before Christmas, I hope. Leslie Black, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Hobbit, how are you? Let's see. Evita says, Poppy, watch. Okay, I already read that. Oh, you know what? I haven't even checked the prices on the metals today. I haven't even checked the prices on silver. Did it go up a lot? I mean, I could check here, but I don't want to be that rude to stop and just check. What's the price of silver and the price of gold today? Somebody put it in the chats. Let's see. Bring it down. Let's see. Todd Schroeder says, just FYI, your Wellbots discount is. Oh, no. Yeah, the Wellbots discount is $50. Did I say 50%? I think maybe I confused it with 4Jars. 4Jars has some of their items up to 50% off. Not Wellbots though. But Wellbots does have really good prices on their site. And you get an additional $50 off. Oh yeah, you know what? Thank you, John Uptel. Let's see. I actually took advantage of the Mountain House 50% off their meats sale, right? Because 50% off their meats makes it, okay for me to buy freeze-dried meats. So yeah, I took advantage of that. SR, how are you doing? If I did receive your email, SR, I probably didn't look at it. I haven't looked at my email in a little bit. Okay. And I know that my email is completely full. But I think I know what you're talking about, the 2026 vehicles. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of a cycle. We're on the fourth turning, which means the era of crisis, right? We're going to be going through crisis, crisis, and crisis. Our government is going to become more and more and more tyrannical. It doesn't have a choice. If the system by which we are governed today is to survive, it has to become more tyrannical, because if not, it will not survive. We would have a different type of government, and maybe even a different country, all right, if they stop doing what they're doing. It's all about the monetary system. They have to become more tyrannical, ladies and gentlemen. And I do believe, SR, that what you're talking about, the vehicles in 2026, is that by 2026, manufacturers are going to have to put a kill switch on every vehicle, whereas your government will be able to shut your vehicle off anytime they want. And your vehicle will be able to monitor how you're driving. And if it thinks via, I believe, AI, artificial intelligence, that you're driving erratically, it will just shut you down. All right. Yes. And the government is going to continue to do this. And trust me, it doesn't matter who gets elected. That's the thing. And I know some people don't want to hear this. It doesn't matter, though. The only difference that the person that sits at the Resolute desk has on this system failing or not failing is at the speed in which it will fail. And you've often heard me say that our system is like a train that is headed towards a wall. And depending on who's sitting behind that desk, depends at what speed that train will hit the wall. And depends on how we will be able to recover once we've hit the wall. Because that train, ladies and gentlemen, is going to hit the wall no matter what. It doesn't matter what we do, who is president, who is senator, what, it doesn't matter. That train will hit the wall. Now, the question is will we have someone there that loves America enough to do the right thing once the train hits the wall? Or will he take advantage of that crisis when the train hits the wall? Will he take advantage of it to become even more tyrannical and impose even more controls over the people whom elected them to power? Look at New York, ladies and gentlemen. Look at New York and see how draconian that state is becoming by law. By law, their own judges, their own courts are saying that they can pretty much own you, tell you what to do, when to do it, and they don't have to explain why. They can just do it. They can come and take your kids, etc., etc. All right. So we are going through this, whether we like it or not. And the best thing that we can do is to stay informed and stay prepared. And if you're not prepared, I hope that you get convinced one way or another to prepare before it's too late. Because there will come a time when it's going to be too late for some people to prepare. And that's why, in my opinion alone, all right, that's why I like to prepare more than what I think I need, so that I can help my neighbor, I can help my family members, just in case they're not prepared enough. So we're going to go through this whether we like it or not. It is what it is. Todd Schroeder says, analysts I saw say gold is going to 2,500. Yeah, I think I said that gold is going to go up to about 28, 2,900. That's just the beginning. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but once gold surpasses 2,100 and finds 2,100 as its new floor, the sky is the limit. Why? Because we've never been there before. And it will eventually. And some people say that gold will be 10, 15,000. I believe it's very, very likely that that will happen within the next decade. Within the next 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that 1 ounce of gold will sell nominally, all right, for $10,000, $15,000 easily. Why? Because math does not lie. And again, we are in a cycle, right? We are in a cycle where all of this printing that has been going on for the last, 12, 13 years, something like that, is catching up. and we are going to have to reevaluate the dollar, meaning that it's going to have to be reevaluated as far as its value against everything else, and it's going to go down. You all see that the dollar is, I don't know, above 100. It's like 103 the last time I looked, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. It was like 103, 104. You all notice that that's pretty high. But if the dollar is pretty high, comparatively speaking, with other currencies, why is it that our cost of living keeps going up, ladies and gentlemen? Because the dollar is high. So why is it that our cost of living, that it takes us more dollars to buy stuff here? That's because, ladies and gentlemen, the dollar is losing value every single day. It's still losing value. Why? It's high comparatively speaking to other currencies, but we're all losing value at the same time, right? It's just that the dollar is losing value a little bit less than the other ones in real time. So the dollar is going to continue to lose value. And if you have, in my opinion, if you have gold and silver, you will be able to retain your purchasing power long term, right? Long term, not from month to month. Doesn't mean that if you buy an ounce of gold today, that next month is going to have the same purchasing power, because gold is not a short term thing. It's a long term. You put it away for savings. That's what gold, in my opinion, and silver are for, is to protect your purchasing power long term. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Also, OUPES is not shipping to Alaska again. Incredible. Yeah. I really need to get with my rep and see what they're going to do about that. And the thing is, it's price, ladies and gentlemen, because trust me, the way that they ship those solar generators to me, it's not like through the post office. It's through a company, through a couple of different shipping companies that they have to ship them to me. And I know that that's got to be expensive. Right? It's not cheap to do that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that were asking me if I had used those eggs that my chicken lay, I had some eggs that were really big. I had three of those saved up, really big eggs, and yes, they were all double yolks. All those eggs were double yolks, and they were very tasty. I ate them this morning, actually. Dreams Acres, thank you for this. My daughter Clover. Hello, Clover. How are you? Ask ask Rudy what did Santa said. Well, you know what, Dreams Acres, I truly hope Santa said so much stuff that I really hope that you go to that video. Go to the video, Dreams Acres, where the thumbnail has me right next to Santa Claus. And I believe the title is something like I went to the North Pole to the Santa Claus house or something like that. But go to that, because your daughter will love the time that I spent with Santa Claus. And Santa Claus on that video has a very, very good message for everyone. It's just awesome. Plus, it's just it's like a what do you call it? It's like a playground for kids. All right, to go in there. It's just everything is about Christmas. So I think that video is so awesome for little kids. So go check it out so that you can see, Clover, what Santa Claus said. Let me see. Laura Lamontanaro. Laura Lamontanaro. Hello. Are you in an area that has darkness for more than 12 hours? Yes, we're getting to that point. Usually, when we turn into December and closer to the middle of December, we'll go with darkness for, I don't know, up to 20 hours sometimes. So, our darkest days of the year are probably about between 19 and 20 hours long, if not longer. Right, and then we'll get a little bit of a sunset that you where you can't see the sun, and it'll look like dusk, right? For about 3 or 4 hours, and then it'll just get dark again. So yes, Potato Head, what's up? The Redneck Prepper, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see, John H, how you doing, John H? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, it was 2 years ago. Joyful Orange, how are you? Hubby says Bass Pro bought them out 2 years ago and they're just now making the big transition. Yeah, well, that makes sense because the last time I was at Cabela's in Anchorage, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a while since I went down there, but yeah, that's what I was told, that it was a couple 3 years ago. But I guess a couple years ago sounds right. Yeah, and well, I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully it will not change the store, and they're just changing the name, and they won't make any crazy changes inside. Not that it will affect me very much because, like I said, I maybe go down there every other 3 years or so, maybe. So it's not going to affect me very much. I've got my Sportsman's Warehouse here, which I'm fine with. But it's just, for the sake of keeping Cabela's the way that it's always been. But I guess they're not Cabela's anymore. All right, Copernicus, your coin made it. I told you I was going to mail it to you. Awesome. Hey, what's up, Trent? Vision Preparedness. How you doing, brother? Let's see. Is that Tommy Bites? How you doing, Tommy Bites? Good to see you. Let's see. Amazing Grandma asks, if power goes down and water doesn't pump, will they simply? Well, it depends on what you have, Amazing Grandma. So what you're asking is that if we lose electricity and you don't have pressure in your pipes, will the reverse osmosis system that I showed you, the one that's under the sink, will that work? No, it will not. It needs at least 40 pounds of pressure, I believe. However, they do have reverse osmosis systems that are countertop that only use like 28 to 30 watts of power. Right, so you can actually have that countertop one, which is pretty much plug and play. You put water in the reservoir, and it cleans it through the RO system within it. And it only uses like 30 watts of power. So it's a perfect combination to have one of those with like a small solar generator. All right. But if you're talking about the one that you put under the sink, it's not going to work unless you have pressure in your lines pushing that water through. Okay. Good question, by the way. Let's see. Who's your pioneer? How are you doing? Please do a video on the best prices for. I'm guessing you're saying gas cans. That's funny because during my last payday prep, that I haven't done the video for yet, I actually bought a few gas cans, so I'll be showing those off. But as far as the best prices, I guess the best price, in all honesty, is a price for something that is safe, for a gas can that is made to hold gas, but that you can afford. Meaning that you should always, ladies and gentlemen, this is my opinion. Remember, I don't like telling people what to do. You should always, however, get the best thing that you can afford. So if you're going to get a piece of equipment, get the best that you can afford. So be it a gas can, be it a knife, be it whatever it is, get the best that you can afford. Colorado Pack Rock Prepper says, I got my coin a couple of days ago. At first, didn't know who I knew in Alaska. LOL. Well, good. That's awesome. I'm glad that those coins made it. All right. I'm glad that they made it okay. Uh, Sharon asks, can you test gas to see if it's mixed gas? Someone thought they were doing me a favor, and they mixed up some chainsaw gas with my regular gas. So what I would do is I would make all of that gas into mixed gas. If you don't know if it's regular, I don't know enough about gasoline to know if you can actually use that gas if it does have a mixture of the oil in it and your internal combustion engine, i.e., your vehicle's gas or engine. So I would just take that and I would just turn it into mixed gas. And even if it's a little bit richer with oil than what it's supposed to be, it's still going to work. I've used 40-to-1 mixture and 50-to-1 machinery before, and it worked just fine. It just had a little bit more smoke come out of it, but it worked just fine. But yeah, I wouldn't trust it in my vehicle if that's the case. But then again, I don't know enough about gasoline, i.e., what effect it would have in your vehicle if it has a little bit of that oil. I don't think it would really affect it, especially if you dilute it, with other fresh gas, but I can't say for a fact. Emmanuel says, Rudy, did Santa give you an early Christmas? No, I haven't gotten an early Christmas present, but our moderators got an early Christmas present today, and that's pretty awesome. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, I'm just looking for something that's in all caps, okay? Hello, Sarah, how are you doing? I'll on to it, I'll see. Yeah, isn't that something? On to it, Aussie says, I sent Vegemite from Australia to Alaska. Near had to rob a bank to pay the post. Yeah, it costs a lot. Whoever you send it to, you should have just told them to get it off of Amazon. I think they have Vegemite in Amazon. Hey, Aussie, you want to hear a funny story? Well, I'm going to tell you. You can't tell me yes or no because I can't hear you. But here's a funny story for you on Vegemite. The last time that I deployed when I was in the military was to Afghanistan. And my commander and we would make our rounds to go visit our soldiers because they were dispersed in different bases around Afghanistan. So about once a month, we would make our rounds and go visit all our soldiers, make sure they were doing well. Kind of like a morale check, right? Or a health check. Um, and one day we stopped at a base. It was a FOB, really, a forward operating base. We stopped at a FOB where it has some Australians stationed there. And we went to eat breakfast that day. And I never knew what Vegemite was. I had no idea what it was. But they have Vegemite in little, those little jam packets that they have in restaurants, like a little square. Well, they have Vegemite like that. I had no idea what it was, but I saw other people like spreading it on bread, right? So I went ahead and grabbed one of those, and I took the whole thing, scooped it out, and I put it on a little piece of bread. I put it on a small piece of bread, and I noticed that before I put it in my mouth to bite into it, I noticed an Australian service member sitting about 2 tables away from me, looking at me and kind of like smiling, right? As I put the bread in my mouth. So I put it in my mouth and I bit into that Vegemite, the whole little container of Vegemite. It's like a spoonful. And I'm eating it. And as soon as I bit into it, I realized why that soldier from Australia was laughing or smirking, because he knew what was about to happen. But you know what? I did not give him the satisfaction. I chewed on that Vegemite and I ate it. And even though it was terrible, I wanted to spit it out because it tasted so bad because I wasn't used to eating it. And I ate a big clump of it that I ate it and I made believe through my gesture. I was like, this is pretty good. And I was telling my commander, man, this is really good. And I swallowed it and I just took it like a man. And I did not give that soldier the satisfaction of knowing that it was disgusting, at least eating it in a clump like that. Now, since then, I've learned that the way that you're supposed to eat that is very nice, thin layer on bread, and that is very savory. It's not sweet whatsoever, which is what I was expecting. So there you go. That's my story on Vegemite. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Vision. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Four Jars has very good Black Friday sales. If you are looking for even they even have pressure canner now. So on top of their awesome sales, you can save an additional 10% off. Yes, you can. No, Disney Up Boiler Up asks, can I charge a Delta 2 with a regular gas generator or do I need an inverter? You can charge any solar generator with a gas generator. All you do is you just take the power cord and you connect it to the gas generator, just like if you were to connect a refrigerator to it. So it doesn't have to be just a Delta 2 or an Opus or Blue Eddy. Any solar generator that you want to charge with a gas generator, you can, just hooking it into the AC and charging it that way. All right. So yeah, you can do that. And that is something that I think is plausible, that has validity to it, as far as it being not only convenient, but actually saving you money if you have gas, but no sun. So I did this experiment too with a solar generator this last summer, and I put it up on a video if you want to check it out, where I actually ran my house on a solar generator And then when it ran out of power, I recharged it with a gas generator. And it ended up coming out to be where if I had a long-term power outage and I did not have any sun, right? Because here we don't have sun for part of the year, that I could actually keep everything in my house running that needed to run in order for us to survive, i.e., my heaters, electrical parts, my refrigerator, my freezer, my lights, etc., that I can keep my house running pretty much on 3/4 of a gallon a day if I were to just use a gas generator to power my solar generator. And the reason for that is because whenever you're running a gas generator to power your house, you're wasting gas. Why? Because you're not using the power that's coming out of that gas generator 100% of the time, all the time, all of it, all the time. But with a solar generator, you only use what you need. So once you run out of battery power on your solar generator, you charge it with gas power, and then you only use what you need. All right. So it makes a lot of sense. It actually, the math is actually really good as far as saving money doing that too. So you should check that out. Okay, so OUPES says that gold is over 2,000 and silver went up like 65 cents. Good. I don't even really care about the price of gold and silver on a daily basis. I do dollar cost averaging every month. I don't care what the price is. I will continue to buy it unless it has an explosive rise. If it has an explosive rise, meaning like let's say gold goes up by several $100s a day and silver goes up by tens of dollars a day, I'm going to wait because there's going to be a reversal and then I'll buy again and then there's going to be another upside that's going to be higher than the last high. So yeah, that's what I would do. Oh, so there you go, 2014 on the gold. That's good. That's, in my opinion, if you can get gold for less than $2,500 an ounce and you can get silver for less than $30 an ounce, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. I will keep getting gold and silver. I mean, silver mostly, but gold a little bit now and then. Well, I'll keep getting it until it hits those prices. And because I think that once it surpasses, let's say once silver surpasses $100, that's it. It's going to go to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. And I know some people are like, you're crazy, $100 an ounce silver. Wait and see. It may not happen tomorrow or next month, but we will see it in our lifetime where silver will be in the multiple of hundreds of dollars. And you know why I know that for sure? Because it's just a cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Try to realize that life is just a formula, right? Study Fibonacci, the Fibonacci sequence. Nature is Fibonacci, in my opinion. If you look at nature from the 36,000 foot view and you're looking down, what you'll see is Fibonacci. And Fibonacci, in my opinion, is just a formula. It's a cycle. And we will see that eventually. Wow, 24.52 for silver. Isn't that something? Okay, let's see. John H. How you doing, John? It's good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you. Some info for your viewers. Yesterday, my dad's bank blocked metals purchases on both his credit card and his debit card. Isn't that something? That ought to tell you something. For those people out there that are gold and silver naysayers, it ought to tell you something when banks don't want you to convert fiat currency into real money. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that is they will be throwing their silver and gold onto the street. It is they that will be throwing their gold and silver onto the street. And who is they? And who is the gold? And what is the gold and silver that they're talking about? They is the money changers, the bankers. And the gold and silver that's being talked about is not the real gold and silver that God left us, but the gold and silver that the bankers, that the money changers themselves made for their own purpose of enslaving humanity, which is what? Fiat currency. That is what is meant by they, the money changers, and their gold and silver, their fiat currency. That is what is meant by that passage. Not that you and I will be throwing our gold, actual real gold and actual silver onto the street because it has no value. But it is they, the money changers, that will be throwing what they made into their silver and gold. Not God's money, but their money that they manipulate in order to enslave humanity. One day they will lose everything. And those that have hope and those that have trust in paper money, they will lose everything as well. And it just is the way it is. Hey, how you doing, Snakebite? Good to see you. Dreams Acres, please go watch that video. Let's see. Let me see if I can remember. Well, Santa Claus, let me see. Clover, Santa Claus was telling everyone that was watching the video where I went to visit him, he was telling everyone how important it is to be prepared, to make sure that you have flashlights in case the lights go out, to make sure that you have extra food just in case your supermarket isn't open during a snowstorm, and to make sure that you have a generator to make sure that if there is some kind of a snowstorm or power outage, that you can still have lights so that you can see inside your house. Right? Those are a few of the things that Santa Claus told me, Clover. Let's see. Okay, let's bring it on down. So what time is it? Oh my goodness, we're over an hour already. Incredible. Oh goodness. All right, so where are we at? Fruit trees doubled in price. Incredible. Yeah, Helen, I agree, Helen. And the thing is that it's not going to be a great day when that happens. When we see gold and silver really shoot up in price, it's not because something good happened, right? But that's why we protect ourselves with gold and silver, is so that when bad things happen, we can be protected and still be able to feed our family. Okay. A Hobbit asks, where did I buy my Simpure? Because their site has shipping to Alaska is ridiculous. Well, I didn't buy my Simpure, A Hobbit. One of the benefits that us old YouTubers have is that companies will send us stuff and they'll pay for the shipping. So yeah, and it makes me feel bad when I hear that, because I would love it for everyone to be able to get these things shipped to them, either for free or a very reasonable price. But a habit, what you can do, I think you can look for Simpure, or you know what, even if you cannot find a Simpure, actually, let me relax here for a second. A habit, check out my link. All right, go to either the description of this video to Simpure, or even better, go to the pinned comment on the video that I put up this morning. Okay, because there is a link for Simpure there that is for Amazon as well. And if you have Amazon Prime, they will ship to Alaska for free. So go check the link on the pinned comment that I put on the video that I put up earlier this morning where I went to Cabela's. All right. And it is down there. There is a link to Amazon for Simpure. And there's also a code where you can save 20% off if you get it from Amazon. And you should be able to get free shipping if you have Prime. Right? So go check that out. That ought to work for you. SR, it is what it is, right? That train is going full speed right now. We can say that for a fact, okay? It's definitely going full speed. Wow, Trucker Hersey, you know what? I actually hope that the dollar does go up to 120. I hope it goes up to 150. Because if the dollar goes up to 150, that tells me that hopefully the price of gold and silver will be affected to the downside so I can buy more on the cheap. I'm not sure if it's going to go back up that high. I think it will. I think that once we have a major financial crisis worldwide, and we will eventually, once we have a major financial crisis, unless that financial crisis is the dollar tanking, right? So here's your two scenarios. One scenario is that our emerging markets, i.e., our other countries that rely on the dollar, that they all go pretty much bankrupt, right? And that they can't pay their bills in dollars, and the dollar just tanks. It just completely tanks, right? That's one scenario. Another one is where the dollar is being sought after. Let's say we go into a full blown World War III, right? And people want to put their currencies into something that they think has strength, which is the dollar. That's what other countries think. Like Argentina, Argentina's new president, he said he's gonna dollarize his country. So that's gonna give the dollar more strength, right? So, but let's say that countries start going to the dollar, giving it strength, then the strength that the dollar gains is going to take away in nominal terms from gold and silver. In a way, I kind of like wish that happens. Why? Because it gives us more time to prepare. It makes our dollar stronger, and you can buy gold and silver with less dollars than what it takes now. It will just take a little longer for the system to collapse. So the system is going to collapse. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone says. The system will collapse eventually. It's just a matter of time. There are things that they can do to extend it, but it's a matter of time that the system will collapse. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So in a way, it'll be great if the dollar goes up to 120, 150. We can get gold and silver on the cheap and get even more prepared and be able to help those that didn't prepare later on when the system finally collapses. But in my opinion, that's one of the two things that's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind that this system will cease to exist sooner or later. No doubt. Hey, that's a great, you see, ladies and gentlemen, that's a great price. Now, Bob, is that with the 20% off though? Is that with the 20% off? I'm guessing it is, but that's a great price to get the T16 and an additional filter change for everything for 172 bucks. That's, ladies and gentlemen, $172 is like what, 50 or 60 bottles of water from the gas station. That's 172 bucks. So think about it that way. And you're going to be able to get water from that reverse osmosis system, in my opinion, for years. For years, you'll be able to get water. Because like I said, it's a 75 gallon a day system. And who drinks 75 gallons a day and cooks with 75 gallons a day? Not very many people. So yeah, that's a great price. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We're going to have to go ahead and close it down for now because because this is going on already over an hour, almost an hour and a half. Let's see. Yeah, a Hobbit, go and do that on Amazon. Like I said, go to my video from this morning, go click on Amazon and see if that will help. All right. Go see if that will help if you get it through there. I hope it does. Colorado pepper AP, did you ever try the maple spam? I did, and it was okay. It was okay. I don't think it was video worthy. It was just all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I missed anyone's questions, I truly do apologize. But I know that I've missed the last couple of Fridays doing a live stream. But next Friday, I will be here. I don't have any plans on being anywhere else. Tomorrow, you won't see a video from me because tomorrow I've been taking Saturdays off because that's going to be my day where I have absolutely nothing to do in the bunker. And I spend that day 100% with my family. All right, and it's been working out great doing that. So you won't see anything from me on Saturday tomorrow because I don't have anything that I did today to post for tomorrow. But if you do want to support the channel, just take a look at the videos that I got up, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I know that I haven't been putting up news videos or anything like that, and I know that those are a lot more popular because people do like to hear what's going on around the world and stuff, and I really enjoy doing those videos. But I've just had a really busy week, and I've been wanting to put out stuff that's more, like maybe, I don't want to say fear-mongering, but things that are not as concerning as what's really going on in the world. Because I'm sure you're being inundated with a lot of those videos on YouTube on a regular basis, anyways, from other channels. So I want to just have a few days of just happiness where I don't have to think about that stuff. Anyways, let me see. I'm going to try to bring it down and see if I don't catch anything that maybe catches my eye. Let's see. But we will see you all next Friday. Okay. And my mods, again, congratulations on your solar generators. Copernicus, I'll send you an email probably Sunday or Monday and let you know what's going on as far as you're concerned, because obviously everyone here knows that you won't be receiving a solar generator. But I got something, in my opinion, it's just as good than the solar generators that the other ladies got. Other than that, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in today. I hope that you had a good week, and I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. And for those of you that weren't here earlier, Merry Christmas. It is the Christmas season, and I know it is because I heard a Christmas song today on the radio. right? So having said that, a quick safety brief, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday, and we have to make sure that you stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive if you're going to drink, and don't drink if you're going to drive. And if you want to drink, by all means, have a great time. Be responsible. Get an Uber, get a cab, get a Lyft, get a designated driver, etc. Just make it home safe. All right. And hopefully we'll see you again for our next live stream, which will be, well, you know what? This Monday, I will be on Grayman Prepping's channel for our weekly podcast, where we break down the headlines and reveal to you all or we document what is the apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't checked out one of the live streams that Grayman and I do on Mondays, it is on Monday at 3 p.m. Alaska time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And this coming week is going to be on Grayman's channel. So be there. It's a great time. And if you're not subscribed to Grayman Prepping, go over there and subscribe. It's a great channel, and Grayman is my good friend. So having said that, let me go ahead and let you all go. I'll go ahead and leave us out with the outro. Any of you that have been subscribed for like the last couple of weeks who are new to the community, and or if you are new here to the chats, that you've never been in the chats before, put in all caps, I am new. And then I'll go ahead and shout you out during the outro, and then everyone can say hello and welcome you to the community. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So God bless every one of you. And Palmer from the great state of Louisiana, how are you doing? I just saw you. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper, and check this out. I am out.